Hey, it's me, Sheldon. Um, been having such a bit of a tough time with Wayne Allen Matum. It's my father, and I'm kind of convinced there's a crime going on throughout California, or even some type of presidents making, may if they ever have a lie against me. So yeah, this is like a journal. I guess it's a little bit public now. I don't mind being straightforward about it, but I'm having a tough time getting a job, and kind of convinced that I'm a victim of police harassment. It's not paranoia, it's not even bipolar, but I'm kind of convinced there is risky business involved. And the reason why I say that, um, I noticed the behavior, and let's say in a crowd of females, or even if I'm interested in looking for a job or looking for a relationship, I notice there's bizarre behavior to the point where it's almost as if there's some type of feeling of harassment against me. So I kind of convinced it's my own father, Wayne Allen Matum, involved in electronic harassment, and it's making it very difficult to even hold a job or because I've been gaining some weight, so it's pretty obvious at the gym where there's a kind of convinced. I don't mind. Um, I guess there's something bad's going on to the point where it's difficult to believe in government. So I actually look forward to have new friends or to talk to new groups of people, and it's making it very difficult. I kind of convinced there is other groups of people out there. I'm aware, but yeah, I am having such a tough um, issue. The feeling that there's an intruder harassing me. There's multiple intruders. The feeling that being under surveillance, and it's causing a feeling of workplace harassment, or the feeling that there's a safety scenario, and it's feeling a risky business. There's something intended or trying to use manipulation of mental illness. So I don't necessarily convince there's mental illness because I'm seeking to have a relationship, I'm seeking to have a whole job. So it's like have a bit of both to the point where you have a logical sense of awareness to the point where not necessarily out of your mind, but I'm looking to get out of the United States or California because it's so difficult to believe in the defense of America, or at least in each religion should recite that you shouldn't really defend America at all. There's no series to convince there's development or progress within education because I'm having such a tough time of online, but I'm getting an intruder to the point where it's actually difficult, and I kind of convince it's my own father. So if I was interested in boosting my own education, there's too many of my own electronics or someone my father knows or someone. So the reason why I say that because my father used to be a coach, and now it's as if I'm at his older age. We talk about men talk about what home are you buying or what date are you going. Now to the point it's a bit bizarre. I kind of convinced my father maybe having sex with a 14 underage 14-year-old or some kind of but this is lack of communication is not normal. It's just like whoa, what's there's just lack of communicating. It's just like the guy that used to coach, coach Sheldon, at least myself, um starting to have bizarre behavior, and it's as if the reason I say bizarre because it's not normal to hear your father pulling. I kind of convinced there's defamation involved because I don't necessarily I'm seeking to critique myself. But I'm also experiencing this, the feeling there's maybe police harassment. A majority of officers um, involved in risky business, along with Wayne Allen Maytom. I would like other groups to recite Crescent Citadel, North California. It's near border California and Oregon. Because the thing is, you know, yeah, from having a background as that someone that in this in the same kind of family, but then it's not really your own family no more because I'm getting the idea that there's some type of um, movement against Sheldon. So it's causing the feeling that I'm not sure what it is, but it's I don't know. I kind of convinced my father may be involved in some yeah. So I guess I'm not really. I guess it's kind of pointless to bring it up because I'm not really. But I'm kind of convinced there's some drama I'm experiencing that's slowing down the progress, and I'm getting kind of old and I'm getting kind of stressed out. So I thought about talking about some type of counseling, but I'm kind of convinced that counseling isn't going to necessarily do any better besides just getting the fuck out of the United States or California. So I bring it up quite often. I don't. I was maybe there's a Canadian leader may be able to recite safety for Sheldon, but it's definitely not America. It's like there's no way in America I think has control or be able to grip the future. It's not manifested. It's not destined to happen that way. But there's a great sabotage within itself to the point of collapse. But I'm seeking to get out. I don't. Yeah. So I don't plan to be here forever. But yeah, there's a big issue in United States, California, and I want out. Um, Maybe it's not even going to be Canada, but the thing is, I gotta go. I gotta leave, and I'm having a bad feeling that there's just too many officers involved in harassment. The reason why I said electronic harassment because it's not normal to see so many officers like under attack. It's like, mm, so it's like, whoa. I haven't never. Yeah, so I always when someone that's looking to a girlfriend or even kind of norm to yeah, so I never fired a gun, but it seems like there's those officers are crooks with badges, and then it's kind of if they ever yeah visit a nearby brothel that is being run by ex-cop or Wayne Allen Maytom friend, you get the idea why I say that because it seems like it definitely be a spike in violence to their own because they're the one causing um, undermining population control of other individuals to live that lifestyle. But I'm having a difficult time even having a date. My father never helped me have a date. I was like, "Whoa, what's going on, man?" I can't even have a normal conversation with my own father. Like, "Hey, man, when we're gonna talk about dates?" So I don't really have a wingman. But like back in the day, I used to think about dates. I used to think about, you know, um, what type of food, what type of meal. I mean, it's yeah. I'm getting the feeling that there's a bunch of police officers trying to cock block me from having my own date. I had never been out on a date. I never. It's like whoa. Um, so I don't feel I'm a threat to myself, but I'm not a threat to the future date. But I'm trying to hold a job. I'm trying to even get to customer service. So it's like how you're acting like a 5150, and it's like you were at customer service at Sprouts at one time. So in the spouse job, never thought you were 5150, and your father is acting to putting a false impression of 5150, and that's called defamation. So I'm experiencing defamation. It's causing me the feeling I can't salute. I can't have no oath to America because the feeling that there's just too many. There's a gang of police officers that just have it out for Sheldon. So I just yeah, I just had it like that. And I don't have an oath in my own country. I don't mind leaving the country. I was already searching to if I can, make contact with world order and, find a way to boost my own education, at least to even make it appear I can have better response or even communicate better. That's something I look forward to. It doesn't even seem something that they're in a rush to like put someone down. It's in a way. I was just, yeah. So, um, yeah, that's a next job to look forward to, the world leader. The thing is, some of those officers, now it just caught them off guard. The thing is, um, it takes to look forward to, to participate in similar education, or at least, or even find friendship. If it's not even being it seems myself become more leader. The thing is that having friends is important. Something I look forward to. So I'm not necessarily, and which yeah. So I'm having a difficult time. It seems a bit harsh. That's not normal to actually, because now it's to the point where if I ever drive by my mother's vehicle, it's kind of get the idea like there's some type of strange surveillance to the point where some other vehicles want to keep it like a 5 feet distance, or even it's like there's a gap. If this was, so I'm born in America, but I have ancestors to Wisconsin, and the thing is, I'm treated as you know differently. But so imagine this was a car, and imagine these were both cars, and when I'm driving directly in front of the red light, there's every time it's always like this, like, or it's like someone just doesn't want to be face to face. Get what I'm saying? So I'm experiencing the feeling that there's definitely a risk, but I'm kind of convinced that there's risky business, like, or there's cyber pimps that may have a connection to Wayne Allen Maytum in mass numbers, and to the point they want to run their population control over the sex trade. And um, it's a bit disturbing me because it makes it frustrating to not to lose a date, and or even um, unable to have a ride. So that's not normal. Um, yeah, so I'm getting. I didn't ever think I would get close, like, to yeah, so to a late number, my, yeah, I'm getting a bit older, so it's, yeah. So I have bad neighbors, and yeah, I look forward to move on with somewhere else. I'm not necessarily uh, gonna bitch and moan. I kind of just got known when you get older, you just move on. There's a interest to fulfill, and then, or at least they or someone else could bring up about it. But um, I've been alone for a long time. I kind of convinced there's harassment involved by police officers, and it's kind of unusual to. I kind of convinced there's a religion, or more than one religion, that's kind of striking officers. So it's kind of unusual. But, yeah, I don't know what's. I kind of convinced there is such thing as neuromorphic computer, where there's such thing as manipulation to each, or so it's, I guess it can, or even voice clone. So it can take a group off, but um, yeah, I really, I'm, yeah. So I guess I'm having a difficult time. I was actually interested if I don't know, maybe there's a religion that does have a job for me, but it's not America. So it's like, it's like, if the Catholic had a job, it would be something to look forward to. If Islam had a job, something to look forward to. But what I've been trying to tell each when I was to reach out, I didn't have. It was making it so difficult to have real friendship in America. At least, and now I'm looking at these other groups. Or at least, can I have something with them? Or at least I thought about it. So I don't really want to, you know, someone that doesn't really have much friends and thinks about it quite often. It's like it kind of feels like I'm being cyberbullied or going through some type of intense bullying. So yeah, I need a wingman, and I'm missing on having a wingman to have a date or even to other to share other new topics. But yeah, I kind of it's not my father. My father kind of burnt out on me, and I kind of feel like there's a bunch of officers doing the same thing to me, and I kind of convinced it created a big crossfire. It's like, but kind of convinced that there's crooks with badges, and they're trying to make me. They're the ones that are bad people because they're part of there's business involved. So and it seems like it's a big number, where to the point where I'm surprised that someone that looks for friends that all of a sudden, yeah, it appears that maybe they're more dysfunctional. They have a dysfunctional mindset to myself, so maybe things are going that way. But I don't argue. I don't necessarily yeah, I don't have mindsets or to convince that negative as other groups that make convinced that I never had a mind that's creates injury or real violence, or maybe I only can hear someone sometimes a group person around me a little bit of emotion, but um yeah. So I do have ancestry with English people. Um, in England, if they were actually, but they didn't necessarily bring up ancestry scenario. I was kind of just mindful of new friends or even mindsets of their own mindset. Why would you even present it or even looking to make friends or even to hear their own mindset? Or so yeah, these officers aren't as friendly, or at least they convinced that things are moved or helpful. My father, I guess, is kind of a little more of a letdown. So it's not necessarily the reason why I say that because they feel in a workplace harassment. So and if someone's calling your own father was calling someone like mental, you're not really mental at the feeling there's risky business, and it's like it can be so much more harsh to be embraced by someone that might have known your own father. So it's like, oh fuck, that fucked it up everything up because all these officers might know your father, and there's no way in the heck they're gonna make friends with you if they're already mindset to think of you as if you're a disgrace, and there's a spike in violence against them to the point where if there's a collision, there's always gonna be a spike in violence. So yeah, for someone that's always looking for that friendship, and they're the ones with the cons or badges, looks like it's backfiring them. But um, I'm sure though each religion knows about risky business, so eventually it really does backfire to the point where there's guilt within themselves, and um, yeah, I guess you really don't have to worry about them going to heaven. They're just kind of like it's like each religion will say them kind of going to hell, but yeah, they're the ones that put their hand on the Bible, and so even if they put their hand on the things, they're like, so what the hell. But thing is, yeah, it's not norm to just to hear your own father just like, oh, the person that coached you, you thought you get more trophies and admiration instead of just someone that kind of defamed you to the point where you don't have transportation, or at least convinced that you're the guy to be hired to convince you're reliable. At least sometimes it just takes to be reliability to convince you're hired, or at least for a new opportunity. Um, I'm getting kind of old, so I kind of convinced that the opportunity was for a younger stud. It wasn't for like someone like my age. So I'm kind of shit out of luck in a weird way.